Hello everyone. This is going to be a reading for the Taurus new moon. I'm definitely feeling it. I have Taurus in my moon actually, and my moon is in Taurus. I think I said that backwards. Yeah, so my moon is in Taurus, and I definitely have been feeling a lot of shifts and a lot of changes. I've definitely become more connected within my emotions, within myself. I've also been more I'm trying to think of the words to describe it. Like I feel a sense of like a hazy energy, but like I've also been super connected to what obviously Taurus is, Venus, and it's like all about what your values are. So I've been like really drawing down and like really setting boundaries for myself, like healthy boundaries with those around me, and really sticking firm to it and like really being true to myself and my authentic self, and going after what I desire when it comes to whatever I want to do. So I really feel that energy for a lot of people. I've noticed it a lot within the people who are around me. They also, especially people with really strong Taurus placements, I've noticed that they've been very grounded and very secure in who they are and what their element is. And I think that's really great. So I hope everybody has been shifting and changing in the most positive way possible. Staying fluid with the energy. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, the Taurus new moon energy. I feel that the energy right now is very grounding. Like if you're in a newer relationship, I feel like you're really grounding the situation and you're really putting your values first. I feel that you're sticking to them in a loving way. I feel like a lot of self-care is going on as well. Some of you guys might be investing more time in like going to retreats or acupuncture or spa days or getting your nails done or getting your hair done. Like there's like some type of change like that is going to result in a positive thing. It's going to make you feel new. Also, something about the skin. I don't know if some of you guys have been experiencing like a flare of like really intense, like almost allergy like symptoms where your eyes get really itchy and like red and like almost like an eczema. I feel like that's connected to energy for some reason, but I just can't pinpoint what they're trying to tell me. Okay, so we have the Five of Water at the bottom of the deck. So you guys could have been going through a time period where you saw that things weren't going as you planned, I should say. I feel you guys, during this time frame of this new moon energy, I feel like you guys, for whoever's going to see this, as a collective message, I feel like you went through a time period of a false sense of entrapment for sure, especially because this card is ego and it really talks about that. So you guys could have been going through a lot of somebody could have been going through a lot of ego battles. You guys could have really had a lot of fear, maybe anxiety, that was almost debilitating, and you guys couldn't like function. Like, it caused such of an impact in your life that you guys like either A, couldn't go to school, couldn't go to work. You guys were like restricted to like your home environment because of the fear and like anxiety and like mental health symptoms that you might have been experiencing for a prolonged period of time. I feel like that also connects into planetary alignments for some reason. I don't know where that's coming from. Maybe look into that. Maybe look at your birth chart. I really feel that somebody is really lifting off the mask that maybe they've put on for a long time, or they've worn for a long time. I feel that there's good news on its way that is going to initiate this process, because there's abundance ahead and things are looking very good. And now, during this new moon time, is a time of patience and a time of perseverance. Excuse me. In my personal opinion, a lot of times, like, when I've noticed personally, like during this time frame, especially because, like I said, my moon is in Taurus, and I've been getting a lot more physical symptoms when I'm channeling or when I'm reading cards or anything of that nature. Like, anything that I do that is of the spiritual realm, I notice more physical symptoms coming out, like almost like these little like burps. Like, I can't really explain them, and they're like specified at certain times. So like, it doesn't happen all the time, but I've just noticed like different physical symptoms coming about that and like tingling sensations like above my head, and like just random stuff. But yeah, this energy is very direct, in my opinion. It's very straight to the point and very but honestly, this is a very good read. Things look very good. Let's keep pulling cards. Yeah, you have the Strength card here and the Ten of Earth. Yeah, you're going to be working really hard to release something in your ego. It's going to result into the Ten of Earth here, which is a very happy family life. So if you guys were in an environment where it might have been unhealthy, you guys could be getting counseling. You guys could be pursuing ways of grounding a situation for the peace, because there is still love and nurturing when it comes to a family unit. This is going to require a lot of inner strength, and it's going to come after a time of abundance. Things are going to look up for you, and then this is going to step in. The ego situation, and I feel that the ego is also connected with family, because whatever it was that you were experiencing symptom-wise affected your home situation, and now is a time where that's going to be released from you, because you've been working hard at it, and the divine sees that. So there's going to be a need for inner strength during this process, but I feel that you're almost there. Yeah. Yeah, there's going to be a celebration as soon as you get through this time period. It's going to lead to... Some of you guys might be going back to school, and it might be for something of the metaphysical realm. I do see that your finances are going to pick up. I see that you guys are going to be grounding a situation that involves finances, and it's going to pan out in your benefit. Just remember to focus, and not focus, but remember the reciprocity. So if you are gifted and you have the ability to pay it forward, I would recommend to do so. Yeah, you're going to stay very grounded during this time frame, but you're going to be very honest with yourself, and you are being honest with yourself, or you might have gotten information from people that you hold very near and dear to your heart that caused you to kind of feel this. But I feel like you were doing, like, I feel like there's progress, and then there's this one last thing that needs to occur in the ego realm of the self that this person needs to work on, whether it be them releasing things from their past that were extremely toxic. There's something of that nature. It's like, it's almost like a feeling of like the last thing that needs to be released type of thing, like you're almost there, or like this person is almost there. So I really feel that pursuit of getting this achieved. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing this. Like, you've probably, if you're not already in the process of doing it, you've already done it. And you might not have even noticed that you did it. But that little tiny change that you made, or that little insight that you took within, made a huge difference. Yeah, that's really what I feel here. This energy, in my opinion, is like all about like being authentic to yourself, like being true to yourself, like doing the work that you need to do in order to have a abundant life. Like, I really feel that that's what this is talking about as well. Yeah, you have patience here. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So you have to understand that you can't rush the process of things. This energy is, the Taurinian energy, in my opinion, like, especially having, like I said, having my moon in Taurus, I can get a little bit, like, I can go too far sometimes to push myself. And when it comes to a situation like this, if you're healing and you're doing like shadow work and ego work and all that, whatever you want to call it, when you're doing that kind of stuff, you can't rush it. Like, you have to be so patient with yourself, because it's so much more in depth than just the logical thought of doing shadow work. Like, the words itself do not describe the amount of effort and work and time and dedication and perseverance and, really grounding yourself. Like, there's so much more in depth behind those words that you really have to be patient with yourself through the whole process, because it is going to take time. I feel that this could have been a situation that had been going on for many, 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 many years. And then you also have the Death card here. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So whatever, like with what I said about the ego and stuff, worry, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So whatever it is that you're in the process of going through at the moment, like, it's going to come to a full cycle. Like, it's going to come to an ending so that a new beginning can start. And you can't worry about it. Like, you have abundance here. Like, you're already in abundance. So when this process kicks in, if it hasn't already, like, don't worry about it. Like, just roll with it. Be fluid, be aware, and stay connected. Like, that's really all that I can say. But the energy that I'm feeling for, like, this new moon, like, it's so intense, and it's so, like, the way that I've had to describe it to people is, like, I almost feel, like, extremely hot-headed about certain situations, especially when it steps on my territory of, like, what I'm trying to achieve or passionately pursue. So, like, you also, whoever this might be, this energy, like, you could be embodying that energy, and you're like, look, this is what I'm going to do, and nobody's stopping me. And you're very direct about it, because you know that, like, in order to get to the next part of your life, or the next phase of your life, or the next cycle of your life, like, whatever the case might be, you know that you have to get this done, and you have to achieve this in order to move forward. And you know that it's not going to be easy, but, like, again, in my personal experiences, I don't know many Tauruses that are very patient in an aspect of when they feel that they've been working really hard. They can be very patient when it comes to love and relationships and different things like that, especially towards their family. But in my personal opinion, if a Teridian is working extremely hard towards something, there is a lack of patience, because it's like they know how hard they're working, and like they know and they feel like they're like, okay, like Tauruses are hard workers. That's all I can say. Like Tauruses are very hard workers, as well as Capricorns. And really everyone in their own ways are hard workers, but in my personal opinion, like with the Tauruses that I know who are like sun in, like, you know, sun sign Tauruses and stuff, and Venus in Taurus, like they're very, very hard working at everything that they do. And I think this energy of the new moon, like I feel like everybody is in Taurus energy in some way, shape, or form. Like just because you have Taurus in your chart doesn't mean anything. Like you could have barely any Taurus in your chart and still be in Taurus energy right now. So it really, there's no specifics here when it comes to signs. It really could be anybody who is in this position. I really feel a strong fire presence. This person could have a very prominent fire sign in their main houses. Second house maybe for some reason that just popped in. I also feel sun, like a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries sun sign. I feel water as well. Honestly, like every element is on the board. Yeah, every element's really on the board. Like you have water here, you have air, earth, and fire. So like I said, we all have every aspect of it in our chart. And depending on where it is in your chart, it could affect you differently. But I really feel that a lot of people are in this energy right now of just really pursuing what they feel passionate about, pursuing what drives them, and making sure that those around them respect it and know it. Because I don't know, I feel some people have been in a cycle where maybe they felt that resistance from other people, so they've been really trying to cut those strings of like those around them who might hold them back. Like they might not mean to hold them back, but like the fear that they carry affects the person trying to move forward, because they can't let the person move forward go. I hope that made sense. But I don't know, with this energy I've been really drawn to do a lot of downtime. A lot of experiences have also been coming out. There's been like new developments for everybody. Like I've been seeing more and more people around my circle of people who are pursuing things that they love, and they're like really buckling down and like getting like their ducks in a row when it comes to like really pursuing their dreams and their passions. And I really feel like that has something to do with the new moon energy as well. But yeah, sevens are very prominent as well. I've been repetitively seeing sevens. I think that's really great too, because I don't know a whole lot about numerology, but I know that sevens, I feel like they talk about, I'm not even going to speak on it because I'm not educated on it. Anyway, I'm just babbling on about this new moon energy. Again, I've been in a very like trance-like energy, especially in a big self-care mode, and I feel that that also could be a thing for a lot of other people, because a lot of my friends have been kind of in that same energy of really just kind of getting down to the root of like, what do you need right now? Like, do you need self-care time, or do you need to, you know, get up and work, or, you know, do you need to sleep a couple extra hours because you're exhausted? Like, it's really navigating like what your personal needs are. So that's really what I've been feeling. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to come back shortly and do elemental reads just to kind of update on the energy. But yeah, happy new moon. Peace.